Hello everyone, and welcome you all to another chapter of the MS Word Advanced tutorial. So now we are on our chapter number 15, and here I'll be showing you guys a project on making a flyer design. Okay, so I'll be showing you guys in detail how you'll be able to make up a nice flyer design. Okay, so let's not waste time and let's get started. So here, as you guys can see, now I'm here in the home page of the MS Word. Okay, so from here, I'll be creating up a new document. So right now, the first thing what I'll do is I will just check out the layout over here. Okay, so I will be selecting the size of the page. Okay, suppose I want to work in this kind of a legal page size. Okay, so I will just select up the page size from here. Okay, if I want to view it all together, I can come here. Suppose if I want to decrease the page size, maybe I'll take a letter size. Okay, I can come here and I can take it from here as well. Okay, so now if you want to do it in a landscape, you guys can do it. Okay, you guys can select the margin over here. Okay, so you guys will be able to customize the margin from here as well. Okay, so now the first thing what I'm going to do is I am going to make up some shapes. Okay, so let's come here and let's take this rectangle shape from here. So now let's come to this corner and let's try to create some shape. Okay, so as you guys can see, if I just want to move it up, I will also be able to move it up from here as well. Okay, so from here, basically, if I want to zoom in again, I can come over here and maybe I will be able to zoom this thing out. So from this end as well. Okay, if I want to zoom it out or keep this thing properly, I will be able to keep this thing properly right over here as well. Okay, so now once you have created this one, okay, so basically here, if you want to increase the size here on the downs as well, okay, you guys will be able to do that. So now once you are selecting the shape format option, here what you can do is you can edit this particular shape. Suppose you want to make some different designs. In that case, you guys will also be able to make some stunning designs right over here as well. Okay. So for that, what you need to do is you need to come here, go to the edit shape option, and from here, basically you can go to the edit points. Okay. So suppose here you guys can see now there are different places from where you guys will be able to edit the shape. Suppose if I just click over here. Okay, so let's click over here. And now what I want to do is I want to edit the shape. Okay, if I want to add up a point, so let's come here in this corner. Okay, and now I have just given up a shape. So here you guys can see this is how you guys will be able to edit shapes over here. Okay, so again the same way I'll go to edit shape option, edit points. So maybe from here you guys can see you will be able to change the points over here as well. Okay, so if you want to come right over here at this particular point somewhere over here, okay, you guys can come and you guys can put up different shapes. Okay, so here you guys can see you guys can actually get some nice shapes around. Okay, suppose if I want to create a shape, so this is how you guys will be able to create some stunning shapes. Okay, so the next thing what you're going to do over here is you are going to take some image. Okay, suppose I have just selected this one, and if you want the previous one, you guys can come here, and here you guys have our shape. Okay, so if you want to do it quite properly, again you guys can come back over here again. Okay, and take these points down. Okay, so from these points maybe come here at this corner and select this from here as well. Let's come and just join this one. Okay, and come to this point and also join these points over here as well. Let's just try to align it properly. Come here and try to align it over to this side as well. Okay, so I will just join this one quite easily. Okay, so now again go to the shape format, go to edit shape and just check on to the points. Okay, so from here now I will just try to get kind of a wave. Okay, so now here you guys can see I have put up a wave over here. Okay, like a wave kind of structure. So the same way you guys can come here and maybe you guys can actually decrease the size from here. Okay, so the top part is basically done. So the next thing what I'm going to do is I am going to take up an image. Okay, so in that case, now what I'm going to do is I will just come up over here. Okay, go to the insert option. And from the insert option, what I'll do is I will come here onto the picture. Okay, so let's come down over here and let's go to pictures, go to this device. Okay, and now I do have downloaded few of the images which I'll put. Okay, so the image which I'll put is this one right over here. Okay, and now I will just insert this image right over here. Okay, so let's come here and let's decrease the size of the image. Okay, so let's decrease the size of the image from here, and what I can do is I can just bring it here on top. Okay, so once I have increased the size, okay, so now the next thing what I'm going to do is I will just increase it manually, the size of the image. Okay, so I will just increase the size of the image manually over here. Suppose if I want to just distort the image, I can come here and I can distort it accordingly. Okay, so now let's come here, go to text wrap option, go to the tide option over here. Okay, so go back again. Okay, so if you want to come here back again, you guys click onto this option, and from here now you will also be able to move this thing up. Okay, so go to or come to this particular option, go to text wrap. Okay, and now what you can do is you can come here and you can select in front of text. Okay, so once you have this particular thing selected, now if you want to increase the size, okay, so you guys will be able to increase the size from here as well. Okay, and from top as well, if you want to increase the size, you guys will be able to increase the size from top as well. Okay, so now I will just leave up this space here on top a little bit, and now again what I'll do is I will come here and now I will just right click and now I will click on send to back. Okay, so basically here you guys can see I already do have this particular image right here on the bottom, and what I can do is I can just bring this image quite right over here, and I will just extend the image a little bit more. And now again, I will go to the insert option, and from shapes, I will come here and I'll try to create a rectangle box. Okay, so I will just create up a rectangle box from here, and let's take this shape. Okay, so now if you wanna join this one, you guys can also join this thing from here and go to the shape fill option, and from here basically you guys will be able to choose up a color. Okay, so let's take this color over here and let's come to this option. Okay, so from here as well, what you can do is you can come here in the shape fill option and you guys can choose the color which you want. Okay, so basically here you guys can see now I do have this particular shape, and if I just zoom out, here you guys can see now this one kind of looks great. Okay, so the next thing what I'll do is I want to duplicate a part of this. Okay, so in that case what I can do is I can just click on Control D, and here, as you guys saw, once I have clicked on Control D, now I do have two layers right over here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'll come here, select the first layer. Okay, and after selecting the first layer, what I'm going to do is I'll go to Shape Fill, and from the Shape Fill option, what I'll choose is I will select No Fill option over here. Okay, let's select back, let's go back again. Okay, so now again I will just go back. Okay, so now I will select this layer and this top layer. Now I am going to select no fill. Okay, so here at this first option, if I come over onto this one, Okay, so this layer, and now I will put on no fill. Okay, so no fill over here. Otherwise, just put up a different color if you want to put up a different color. So let's take a dark orange color. Okay, so in that case, now what I'll do is I will just put it up right over here somewhere. Okay, so now once I have put this thing right over here, what I'm going to do is I am going to set this one at the back. Okay, so the same way I will just click on set backward and again set backward over here. Okay, so now at this particular place, I am not able to see that thing down. Okay. So now if I come onto this option and now if I select this layer, if I just click on bring forward, and again, if I just select this layer, and now here you guys can see there is a nice design over here as well. Okay. So here you guys can see there is a small nice design right over here, which you guys can see. Okay, if you wanna it decrease the size a little bit from here, you guys can come here and just align it properly. Okay, so now here you guys can see the top and the bottom part is basically done. Okay, and now here also if you want to bring up some other things, like if you want to bring up other images. Okay, so in that case, again go to the insert option, go to the pictures, go to this device, and here you guys can see I do have other images as well. Okay, so here you guys can see I do have this image right over here. Okay, so what you can do is maybe you can come over here, or you guys can go to the shape format and actually choose this thing out. Okay, so if I just go back. Okay, so here you guys can see. Now, if I come here and if I try to insert an image, suppose I will just come here at this particular point, go to insert option, go to this device, and maybe I want to insert this image right over here. Okay, so what I can do is I can come here and here down, as you guys can see. So here, if you want to bring this thing here on top, you guys can come here, select the wrap text option, and here you guys can select the square option right over here. Okay, so maybe just put this thing back down again. Okay, so maybe I will just select this layer. Okay, so I will just select this layer over here, and on top of this one I'll put this one. Okay, and now I will just select this image and I will go to the picture format over here, and from here basically I will be able to select different images. Suppose I'll just take this frame over here. Now I will just decrease the size of the image proportionally from here. So I will just put up the image right over here. One, again the same way I will go to insert option, go to this device, and from here let's take this image and let's insert it out. Okay, go to wrap text and now select the square option, and once you have selected the square option right over here, okay, so what you're going to do is you are going to decrease the size a little bit. Okay, and after decreasing, what you're going to do is you are going to put it somewhere over here. Okay, so let's just put it somewhere over here, and now what I'll do is I am just going to give this a metal oval shape. Okay, so basically I can come over to this particular option, and from here I can also change the color of the border. Okay, so the same way with this one, if I want to change the effect of the image, okay, I will be able to change the effect of the image from here as well. Okay, so now once you are done, okay, suppose if you want to keep this thing right over here somewhere. Okay, so you guys will be able to keep this thing right over here. Okay, so here I do have the design. So now suppose what you want to do is you want to insert some text. Okay, so now in that case you guys need to click or create one text box. Okay, so here you guys can see now I do have the option for writing the text down. So what I'll do is I will come over here and now I will just write. Okay, so let me just come here and let me write the Rain Cafe. Okay, so I will just write the Rain Cafe over here, select all this, and what I can do is I can just increase the size of the text. Okay, so let me just take 72, and now from this option over here as well, I will go to the home option. If I want to make it bold, I can make it bold from here, and also I can choose different font style. Okay, so here you guys can see I can come here and I can choose different font style. Okay, so let's take this one over here, and I will just decrease the size to 48. Okay, so 48 looks quite great, and what I can do is I can just decrease the size a little bit, okay, from here. And what I can do is if I just want to move this thing, I will also be able to move this thing. If I want to give this thing a different color, I will be able to choose it from here. Okay, suppose if I want to give something in this dark color, I can come here and I can click on OK, and now I will go to the shape format option, and now I will just give no fill for this one, and also for the shape outline I'll select no outline over here. Okay, so here you guys can see now the top part is done. Okay, so basically from here what I can also do is, as I want to write here, okay, so the first thing I will come here and do is I will just uh, click on this shape option. So from the shape option, I'll just take this text box. Okay, and now I will just make one text box right over here. Okay, so now as I have taken this, and what I'll do is I will just put 25% off on the whole menu. Okay, so I will just write whole menu over here, and after this what I can do is I will select this part, and now I will just increase the font size. Okay, so I will just increase it to 25 and make this thing bold. Okay, and now you can also change the type of font from here. Okay, so let me just select the whole font from here, or I can just select what kind of font do I want to use. Okay, so let's take the abstract groovy, and let's change the color of this particular thing to white as well. Okay, so I will go to the home page again, go to this color, and from here let's take up a white color, and here under the outline option what I'm going to do is go to the shape format and give no color. Okay, and to the shape outline as well, give no outline. Okay, so now what I can do is I will just increase the size from here a bit, and I will just increase the size a bit from here as well. Okay, so here you guys can see now I do have the flyer ready. Okay, so now if you want to move this up in a different place, okay, you guys can come here and you guys can just move this thing down a different place. Okay, so if you just want to move it up a little bit, you guys will be able to move it up a little bit here as well. Suppose here also I want to put up a text box, so the same way I'll come here, go to the text box option, draw text box. So from here, what I can do is I can come here and I can just type or just make a text box. So draw a text box over here. So I will just come here, and from here again what I'll do is I will take a text box, and right from here what I'll do is I will just write I'll just give up a star. Okay, offer valid till, okay, offer valid till 30th June 2011. Okay, so I will just give this thing right over here, and what I want to do is I just want to highlight this particular part. Okay, so maybe I will just increase the size a little bit. Okay, so let's come here and let's take something like 18. Okay, so I want to take this one as 18, and what I'm going to do is I want to highlight this particular word. Okay, so let's take this one, let's highlight this one over here, go to the shape format. Okay, so from the shape format, again, what you're going to do is click on no fill. Okay, and also shape outline, just select no outline. Okay, so now here you guys can basically see like how you're able to make this one quite nicely. Okay, so once you're done here at last, also you guys can also put on the email. Suppose I will come here, go to the insert option again, and from the insert option, what you can do is you can come here and take the text box. Okay, so here you guys can see different text boxes. I will come here and go to draw text box. Okay, so here as you guys can see, I do have the text box right over here. What I can do is I can just bring this text box down. I will be able to bring this text box down over here a little bit. Otherwise, I can just delete this text box right from here. Okay, so if I come over here, and if I just move this thing around, suppose here in the shape format, I will come and I'll just fill no fill. Okay, and I will just put no outline here as well. Okay, so now again I will select this particular image from here, and now I can just move it up accordingly. Okay, so here you guys can come and go to insert option again. Okay, so go to shapes. Okay, from shapes take this text box, and from here basically you guys will be able to make some email over here. Suppose I will come right here in this option, and what I want to write is I want to write the email. And if you want to copy this one, okay, you guys can just copy using Control Shift as well. Okay, or like Shift Control from here. Okay, so suppose I want to create a new box. In that case, I will be able to make a new box from here as well. Okay, so let's come here and let's type the thing down. Suppose I want to type the email address. Okay, so I will just type Jose16 at gmail.com. Okay, so I will just write gmail.com over here. And after writing this one, what I'm going to do is I am again going to increase the font size. Okay, so the same way I will come here and maybe I'll just increase the font size over here by 26. And now what I'll do is I will just put it here in the center, go to the shape format. Okay, if you want to align it properly, okay, you guys can align it here in the center. Okay, so align it here in the center basically. And now again, if you want to just move this thing up a little bit, just use the keyboard. Okay, so just go back, come here, and just select a different option over here. Okay, so once you have selected this text, just come here and just move it up quite a bit. Okay, so come here, and what you can do is select on bold. Okay, so select this bold option, go to the insert option, and from here what you can do is you can come here in the shape fill. I will just give no fill over here. In the shape outline as well, just give no outline, and now you guys will be able to move this thing accordingly over here. Suppose now what I can do is I can just move this thing up wherever I want to move. Okay, if you want to decrease the box over here, you guys can come here and you guys can just increase the box kind of like this. Okay, so now here, as I have now aligned, if I want to put up any of the phone number and stuff like that, in that case, I will be able to put those things down from here as well. Okay, so now let's come to this option again here in my home screen. Okay, I will click on select all, and here now I have selected each and everything over here. And what I can do is right click, and now suppose if I want to select this one, and let's come to the home option again, go to the select objects option. So from here you guys will be able to select each and everything placed over here. Right click, Okay, and you guys can actually save up this particular work. Okay, so there is another way of how you'll be able to save down your file. Okay, so for that you just need to click on Control S. Okay, and once you click on Control S, here you guys can see what do you want to name this file. Okay, so I will just name this one as the flyer design. Okay, and once I've written the flyer design right over here, I'll choose at what location do I want to save it. Okay, so I'll just browse it from here. Okay, I will come here onto the MS Word Advanced Resource file. And now from here as well, I will just change the name to Flyer Design. Okay, so I will just name it as Flyer Design over here, and I will save this file up. Okay, I will also be able to save this file up in a different way. So if you just want to see the preview of how it will look when you print, okay, so this is how your flyer is going to look like when you print. Okay, so this was just a small flyer design which I have shown you, quite simple. I have shown you guys how you can actually put up different images, play around with shape, play around with text, and make a stunning design right over here. So hope to see you all in the next chapter. Till then, take care and goodbye everyone.